So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Well, my name is Tierra Parker. I am post-nightclub survivor of the post-nightclub shooting that happened in Orlando. I am the founder of the Global Activist Awards. I am also a professional makeup artist, gun rights activist, and LGBTQ activist.
Get into the face. Hi everybody, I'm Benita Dowdell Price. I am the co-founder of the Global Activist Awards, aka GAA. I am a sexologist, a sex educator, and LGBTQ rights activist, as well as a Black civil rights activist.
So what exactly is GAA?
The Global Activist Awards is a rising Philadelphia organization that is coming up in the nation. It's going to be global. You're going to get it. But we are a rising organization based in Philadelphia that we are fighting to make sure people who are out there being an activist, because activism is hard. So people who are out here each and every day fighting for change and fighting for their communities to have better, the well-deserved peace we all need. We want to make sure that they're honored and recognized for what they're doing. It's hard work. Activism is the only job that is almost 80 hours a week with almost no pay, depending on where you are when you become an activist, because sometimes it happens naturally. It takes experience. So that's what we are, but we're more than just an organization. We have so much more to offer. We're not just the incentive is our dollar. It's so much more to us.
So when did you get started?
So officially, we started in 2019. We were sitting at my dining room dinner table at like 10 o'clock at night. We just had a conversation, and T said, "Nita, I want to have a party." I said, "Okay, sure. All right, what are we doing?" Because anytime one of us is doing something, everybody's always on board. So I said, "All right, what are we doing? Where are we going?" She said, "I think I want to do an all-white party on the spirit of Philadelphia." And she said, "No, too cliche." I said, "Okay, now what? Let's do a gala." "Okay, for what?" "I don't know." "Okay." Let's back up a little bit. Activism. "Okay, cool. Now what?" And that's where GAA birthed.
So where does it take place now?
So it's specifically based right here in Philadelphia. Again, we're not called the Global Activist Awards for nothing. It's just our home location right now is in Philadelphia. Do we plan to go further? Yes, we do. But that's
Coming.
It's coming.
It's coming. Wait on it. Trust the process.
Yes.
Where would you like to see GAA go?
I think for me, I would like to see GAA literally everywhere. I mean, like logo plastered everywhere. Definitely being a global thing. Philadelphia does not have the market for award ceremonies, much like places in New Jersey, LA, New York, places like that. So we really, really wanted to make sure that we brought that market to Philly and then expanding on it from there. So I would like to see it come from Philly and literally go, okay, if we're going to go to New York, we're going to New York. If we're going to Atlanta, we're going to Atlanta. If we're going to LA, that's where we're going. And eventually, I would love for it to actually be global. I would love to host an award ceremony overseas.
Yes.
Period.
And that's part of our plan. It's also not just seeing just locations of it and things like that, but we also I want to be able to have a conversation with somebody, and when you say GAA or mention the Global Activist Force, they instantly know what you're talking about. And that's something for me, it's making a name, creating a legacy, and making changes to the world and for people to see it. And there's people that look just like them. We are real people that have real lives, regular jobs. We do things and for the community. We've done things for the community long before the Global Activist Awards. And we really wanted to show people that we do this. We were doing this long beforehand. This was just something that we knew that everyone deserved it. Because for real, GAA isn't just isn't just for like us to create an organization and be known for the organization or anything like that. It's not what it's about. It's for everyone. It's for y'all, and we want y'all to see that like this is something that's really happening, and we're not just the next like the next fad. We're gonna be around forever, permanently.
So why are you doing this?
We're doing this because not that it's a necessity that we get recognition, but we're doing this for the people who are just that close to giving up their fight because nobody is listening. And we want to make sure that the people who are doing the fight, because we are oftentimes in that fight as well.
Yep.
We want to make sure, like, listen, your cries are not falling on deaf ears. We want you to know, baby, we hear you, we see you, and you need to be recognized for the things that you're doing.
We're more so also doing it for those who cannot. And we have those people who are literally like, I would love to do this, but I don't know where to start. I would love to go here, but I don't know what to do. I don't have the support. I don't have the backing. I didn't have the support when we started. We didn't have support when we started this. This literally, like she said, started at a dinner table. This wasn't even, we didn't nowhere near expected it to be like this, but we know that it's gonna go a lot further than this. This is just the start of it. This is for those who can't. And me being a survivor of the Pulse nightclub shooting and doing this, it's to speak for those who can't. I lost my best friend, my cousin, Akira Murray, that night. And she was you never know how important someone is to you until something happens. And it took me to lose her, though we always been really, really close. We were like peanut butter and jelly, literally. And it was something that I had to take my time out to realize that she really was like a spine, like my other spine. Like I had another spine, and she helped me realize a lot of things, and she knew that I was able to do a lot of things, and I know that, and she knew I was capable of creating that space for other people to be able to do it as well. And so I'm not just doing it for myself, but I'm doing it for her, so she knows that we work hard, and I've always worked hard, and I would never let your name go in vain. But I'm doing it for those other 48 that can't speak anymore. I'm doing it for the survivors who are not coming out to tell their story or share their story and to heal properly. This isn't just about an incentive and award show. This is a healing process for me and for possibly for many others, and hopefully that people can see you can do it. You can do whatever you set your mind to.
So speak about breaking barriers for Black women.
Ooh, that's heavy. Okay. So, being a Black woman, things are tough. And that's just the reality. It's one of those things. It's not mean. It's just true. We often are confronted with the strong Black woman syndrome, where it's a matter of like, it doesn't matter what is going on. You have to put on face, honey, and make it known that everything is okay. It doesn't matter. Your entire world can be falling down around you. Everything could be falling apart. And we have both been in that situation. And we had to put on face and act like everything was A-okay. And we want to, me being a woman of color, a member of the LGBTQ community as well, and just being able to hold space as a Black woman in America, especially given all of the things that are going on right now, is tough. And part of what GAA is for me is breaking the barriers of what Black women can't do. So, for example, we talk about how Black individuals oftentimes have to work twice as hard, 3 times as hard as the next person, right? Well, us as Black women, we have to work 4, 5, 6 times harder to even get to where a Black man is. And then we have to work that much harder to be on equal or somewhat equal ground or close to some getting in the vicinities, okay, of our white counterparts. And that, you know, that is who we are. That's how we've grown up. That's the aesthetic. That's a part of the Black culture, and we understand that. We get that. However, we still want to break those boundaries. We still want to open doors for people. We still want people to see that, like, there are Black women out here that are doing it. No questions asked. They're doing it. It doesn't matter how hard it gets. And we want people to see, like, we can work together. We can do things together and work as a family. This is what we do. So you see me, oftentimes you're gonna see her. You see her, oftentimes you're gonna see me. And it just is what it is. But it is so powerful to see a group of Black women, or two Black women, or a Black woman by herself doing her thing. And that is critical for us. Seeing Black women doing what they love to do, being in the spaces that they know that they belong in, and there's no hesitation and there's confidence. Listen, I know where I'm supposed to be, honey. I know that this is what I'm supposed to do. I know this is where I'm supposed to be, and I know that my voice means something, and I know that it's going to be heard.
I think I couldn't say it better. But I also want to add to that too, and also it's like understanding that you can love yourself along that journey. And it's okay. I had to learn this the hard way, but it's okay to toot your horn when you're doing something well, and when you're doing something really good, and it's something that can change you forever. And you're like, but I did this. I worked hard for this specifically, and being able to be recognized for that, whether it's public recognition or you standing and looking at yourself in the mirror and recognizing it yourself, it feels just as rewarding as anything else. I can't really add much to that because that's what it is. And no matter where you come from, myself and Benita, we come from two different types of growing up situations, is what I'm gonna say. We come from two different places. She may have went to a better school than I had, and I grew up a different way. So we grew up in two totally different things, but just because we don't matter where you started, that's not how you finish. And that's it.
So what is GAA doing now?
So right now we have a bunch of things happening at once, right? So we have our awards gala that's coming up June 25th, 2021. We are also in the process of working with Philadelphia Police Department, and we are working with them, as Tierra mentioned before, she's a gun violence activist, so we are working with them to try to help to mitigate some of the things that are going on within the community and bridging the gap between the communities and the police department. We are also working with a bunch of local organizations. We're working with Babashi Philly. We're working with PFLAG. We're working with
It's quite
a long list.
It's a long list of it. So we're definitely working with Babashi Philly to kind of start, especially for Benita, is teaching sexual health and educational classes and things, and not just about sexual health, but also the things going on in the community. So it's a little bit of everything. We're working with PFLAG and many other organizations that you can actually find on our website at www.globalactivistawards.com, and you'll be able to see all of the people that we're partnered with and that's working with us, who are also sponsoring us, and the amazing things like that. You're also able to check out on our website, you know, how to get involved with us and how can you work with us and what can you do. Now, whether we're looking for people to just be a part, it doesn't have to be about the money. We just want people to know, like, we're starting out, this is what we're doing, and we want you to be a part of it too, because it's a real thing happening. And we work endlessly each and every day to do this and for people to see it. So you can definitely visit us. So we also, like she said, we have a gala coming up, a live gala, not a virtual one.
It is in
a live gala that is coming up June 25th, 2021, starting at 7 p.m. It is formal. We are not coming to play with y'all. We are coming to slay, and we would love to see you guys there.
It's the house, honey. It's the house for me.
So tell us a little bit about yourselves.
You want to go first? you go first.
I'm so stuck on Keaton. Okay. He's not seeing that. All right, wait. I'm sorry.
But who's gonna go first on that one?
Okay, I can go. I can
All right.
go.